My name is Father Dan Brandt. I'm the Chicago Police Department Chaplain, Director of the Chaplains section, and I'm a Roman Catholic priest.
My name is Moshe Wolf. I am an ordained rabbi, and I am a chaplain for the Chicago Police Department, and I represent the Jewish faith in particular, but I work with all faiths.
My name is Joseph Jackson, Chaplain of Chicago Police Department, and I'm non-denominational.
Father Chris Kirkaris. I'm a Greek Orthodox priest, and I am the priest at St. George Greek Orthodox Church in Lincoln Park, and I am a volunteer chaplain with Chicago Police.
My name is Chaplain Kimberly Lewis Davis. I am a deacon in the United Methodist Church.
My name is Robert Montalongo. I'm one of the chaplains for the department, and I am a Catholic deacon.
The duties of a police chaplain is to be there for the men and women emotionally and spiritually, and to give them the emotional strength, and to always be there as an ear to listen and a shoulder to lean on the best we can.
In its most basic sense, we offer pastoral care, provide pastoral care to the Chicago police officers, their families, retired police officers, and their families.
We also go out on calls when there's a crisis situation going on.
Sometimes calls of emergency, and other times there are planned events that we have to support our police officers.
We are there basically for officers who need to talk, who are having a hard time, whatever the problem may be. It ranges from a lot of things, marital problems, down to just having a bad day on the job. And if you call us, we'll talk to you.
Our biggest job, I suppose, in serving as police chaplain is to remind our officers as often as possible that they are doing God's work.
My dad was a chaplain for the New York Police Department for many, many years. I grew up around policemen, grew up on the streets watching police in action, and was something that I felt if I can help them in their duties as officers, then that's the calling that I would want to follow.
I'm a third-generation pastor, so that means my grandfather and my father were ministers of the gospel, and I have 11 other siblings, but it seemed like I was the one that ministry fell on.
I'm not sure that I decided. I think other people decided. God decided, I guess you could say.
I grew up in the church and felt the call to ministry at the same time of being on the job. And so it was just such a natural fit.
To be there for my brother and sisters officers always seemed to me like something I would like to do. And as a chaplain, I was able to do it and am doing it. So I can concentrate 100% on, like I said, my brother and sister officers.
Police officers, as you know, see the worst in humanity, and they, in one tour of duty, can see more bad things than most people see in an entire life. So they are a special breed and certainly deserve some kind of special care that maybe somebody who's in general ministry or parish ministry may not be able to provide as acutely as somebody who is tuned into their world and part of their police family.
Chaplain fills a role different than any other professional in the sense of the support that we give the officers, both emotionally and spiritually. We're not judgmental. We do not report to anybody.
A lot of our work is confidential, and it's so intimate. It's spur of the moment.
Well, police departments need chaplains. We have one of those jobs that you just never know when it's going to affect you. So we've seen a lot of things, and we see them all the time. And then just one day, something you've probably seen, you know, a million times probably hits you. And to have someone who's seen most of the stuff that you've gone through and can relate to it is awesome, to be able to call them and say, hey, you know what, I saw this child and I lost it, I need to talk to somebody.
And especially when you understand what the life of a police officer is like, and having the ability to be there, to have someone of faith, to be able to speak to someone in times of need, makes a big difference. And I think that our police departments across this country, who offer so much, it's important for them to have that outlet.
We are just there for them in that time of need, where sometimes somebody just needs a friend or needs a shoulder to lean on or just an ear to listen without being judgmental in any way, shape, or form. And that's the void, and that's the role that we fill.
On Wednesdays, I pair up with one of our other chaplains, and we head out on the street for 12, 14, sometimes 16 hours. And we'll go and see the guys on their terms, guys and gals on their terms and in their world, and answer calls with them and then catch up with them afterward. It's amazing being on the street with our officers, just how free they are to share what's going on in their lives. And sometimes it's a moment of grace when they'll open up or maybe share with me something that's going on in their family where they actually need some form of ministry. Being out there with them in their world is something that opens up that door.
But I've been giving out candy now for many, many years because I found out that on the street, especially at the scene of a shooting or of a serious accident, the mouth runs dry and somebody would like something to chew on or to just something to whet the appetite. So share a piece of candy.
I think my worst day as a police chaplain was early on, about 8 years ago, responding to a call of a death, and that death was a police officer that was involved in a car accident on duty.
My worst experiences or my worst times as police chaplain are when our officers are hurt.
Halsted to Roosevelt, then the Demon to Stroger. We can have some 12th District units help us block off and clear out the road on Halsted on their side.
I hate to see them end up in emergency rooms because of either car wrecks or shootings or sometimes self-inflicted pain. We minister to them at some of the worst times in their lives, and that's perhaps the most challenging time is you know, in the emergency ward or unfortunately sometimes the morgue.
Just recently, I had a worse day responding to something, but
The suicides of officers, and that has to be the most challenging time and heartbreaking time.
Going to a call and seeing a sergeant who is a relative of mine who had passed away by way of suicide. Worst call of my career.
The most difficult and the worst day of our career is when we have to notify a family that the loved one was killed in the line of duty or died in the line of duty or doing a death notification. And it's been over 33 years that I've been a chaplain, and you never get a person, at least I'll speak for myself, never get used to the cry of a child when you have to notify them that their father or mother, brother, sister, son or daughter was killed in the line of duty.
I guess we as as humans, have this thing of always remembering worst days. It's easier than, you know, the best days. I don't know, sometimes they become one. I think some of my best days are when I can be there for someone and then later on have them tell me, thank you, you were a big help. I think those are the best days, when you get that feedback and somebody says that your presence there was important and you really helped out. But, you know, they're bad days, but I think those are the good days as well.
When occasionally someone will call or someone will send me a message or a card and just say, hey, thank you, you've made a difference. And that those words, for me, make me feel like it's working, we're doing something important, and that it's actually affecting someone. And for me, that makes it all worth it.
Again, oftentimes stemming from our time out on the street with the troops, times when people will come up to us and say, hey, can you pray for my wife? She was just diagnosed with this or that, or my son is going off to Iraq, could you please keep him in your prayers? Or my mom just passed away or is in need of the last rites, could you pay her a visit at the hospital? So those are certainly highlights of the job.
That our best days in ministry may have not been our best days to someone else, and our worst days that we think are our worst days may have been our best in ministry.
Best day of being a police chaplain is every day when I can go out with our brothers and sisters in the street and share some laughs with them and watch as they go out there every day and help the citizens of our city. Don't wait for a thank you, don't wait for a pat on the back, but they go out there every day to doing because that's the right thing to do.
Like today, seeing the recruits that you see when they first come into the academy, you know, nervous and not knowing what to do, which way to walk, and then now you see them receiving their stars and greeting their families and just full of smiles and joy, a sense of accomplishment because you've helped in just various ways, small ways, have helped just seeing them through their journey here at the academy.
Training as chaplains, we're trained to be able to bring our faith, but not proselytize, but minister from the heart. And what's said from the heart reaches the heart.
Anyone who comes to me gets 100%, no matter what faith they are from.
For us, you know, a police officer is a police officer.
We deal with the human soul and whatever faith or ethnic background or racial background that might be, I don't think it plays a role in any way, shape, or form. We are chaplains for our brothers and sisters in blue, and the only colors that we see is blue. And unless somebody specifically requests a chaplain of their own denomination, we all minister to all our officers, men and women of the Chicago Police Department.
We in the chaplains unit are available 24/7. You can reach us easily on our phones, which are all listed in the directories that the officers carry. We're also online at www.chicagopcm, that stands for Police Chaplains Ministry, chicagopcm.org.
24/7, 365.
24/7.
24/7.
24/7.
May God bless you and keep you. May He shine His countenance upon you, be gracious to you. May He bless you with peace and always keep you in His love and care. And as chaplains, each and every one of our brothers and sisters in blue are in our prayers every day that the good Lord return them home safely to their loved ones at the end of the tour of duty. And for that we all say amen.